We've stayed at the Strat more than a handful of times now because they always treat us really well. We get comps, we get free play, we get some free food. We decided to see what does the Strat have to offer that we have not done before. I'll show you the room. I'll show you the top of the world restaurant. Let you know my thoughts on that. I'm torn. I'm going to show you Rouge, the sexiest show in Las Vegas, I believe. I'll let you know what I think about that. And I will show you the Strat Cafe and talk about a new thing they have going on. Time to spend 48 hours in Vegas.
Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
We just checked in to the Strat. We're room 813 in the Select Tower. These are newly renovated. So let's take a look. Well, are you going to give the bathroom tour?
You said you want me to hold the camera.
Okay. Bathroom.
Show us how the toilet works.
Sink. Can you point in here?
Sorry.
I wasn't expecting you to do it this time. Here is the room. So we have a king bed and we have, let's see what our view is. Ooh, the parking garage. We are going to get to see if there's anything exciting happening. We'll see it. We have, this is the room. So I've seen these pictures before. They have them pretty standardized in every room, but it is nice. The floor is very Strat. I guess if you watch the little TV thing they have, a lot of the advertisements, I swear they have this kind of blue lines all over the place. We also have a mini fridge in the upgraded tower. We don't have them in the other side, but there it is.
You like the 6-pack in there.
Giant mirror, super nice. Love the marble. The color is really muted and pretty. We have a nice half door shower, which I think this tile color is really, really nice. I wish they did it vertical. And then we have a nice shower head. Looks like we do get conditioner, which I throw a fit about a lot. So they have it here. Overall, the room was great. It was quiet. We were further away from the elevator. I loved the artwork in the hallways. I loved the new carpet. I like that the rooms are standardized too. They all have the same artwork. The bed was really comfortable. No issues with that. The pillows are, sometimes you get a room and it's not a full-size pillow. It's like a little bit smaller. I don't know if it made that big of a difference, but when you see them, you just kind of know you're missing a couple inches of pillow. And I want the full pillow. Okay. Top of the World restaurant. I went there once before, back in 2006. Here's some proof. We decided we wanted to take Kyle's parents there because we had the Chase credits, so we could do $150 per couple because we each have a card. So we thought this is the perfect time to use it. Let's try the Top of the World restaurant. I went on to get reservations. I don't normally take a hard stance on things, but I hate seat fees so much. I could not get over the cost of these seat fees. It is obnoxious and I hate them. I get why they do it, but I hate it. So you have three options when you go get reservations. You can do the no additional charge. That's what I picked, which guarantees you an upper level seat. You are not next to the window. You're not on the rotating. You are just sitting there. And then you can look over and you can see the rotating section. And then you can also still see outside. So it's not a bad option. You still get to go all the way to the top and you can go to the observation deck after and look. So it is okay. Option number 2 is $15 per person and you get the rotating section, which is the lower level, but you're on the inner part. So you're not by the window, you're on the inner part and you do get to rotate, you do get to see everything. Option number 3, guaranteed window seats, $25 per person. My eye is twitching because I hated it so much. $25 per person to get a guaranteed window seat. I know this has been going on for years. I don't recall having to do this back in 2006 when I went. For the six of us, it would have been $150 to get a guaranteed window table. However, that does not apply to the food, the drinks, the bill. It is prepaid for a guaranteed table. That's it. You're paying to sit there. I think this is, ugh, I hate it. I understand it for, let's say, holidays or when they have like a really busy event maybe going on. And I do get if they know they're going to be overwhelmed with reservations, they're making really good money on these seats. I spent an hour in my head trying to figure out how many tables I thought there were against the window in the rotating section. And I even was like, okay, there's a table about every other window panel. And I had a picture from the outside. So I counted those at 30 to 40 window tables, maybe. That's my best guess. Do not quote me on it. You can correct me if you know the exact number. That would be awesome. So then I'm like, okay, if we have, let's say, 33 tables to be safe, and then it's $25 per person per table, and there can be 2 to 6 people typically at a table. Let's take 4. And then if they maybe turn over the table twice in a night, maybe on a normal night, because we were there for 3 hours. It was a very long dinner. $6,600 per day if they get people to pay $25 per person at the table. And then you just keep adding that per day. Maybe they turn over the tables 3 times. Maybe they have groups of 6. That was kind of the average that I figured out. So just shy of an extra $7,000 for the window seats. I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm not going to. We can sit wherever. We can walk around after. We're not paying an extra $150 for no food just to be able to sit next to a window. Luckily, when we got there, we were seated in the bottom section, so we were rotating. We were on the inner part, and I read reviews saying, oh, don't bother sitting there, don't sit there. It was quite nice. We enjoyed it. Everyone liked, watching out the window for the sphere to come by and the strip. It was really great. We didn't have to pay extra, luckily, but those were the ones that were $15 per seat had I wanted to book that. I knew it was going to be a Sunday night, possibly not too busy, so we just gambled, as we do. We rolled the dice. We ended up getting pretty decent seats, didn't have to pay extra for them because I wouldn't. It's so dumb. I'm going to say that again. I hate it. Okay, let's move on to the food now that I've done all this crazy math in my head to see how much they're making off of people willing to pay for seats. I ordered the sticky Korean short ribs, which are the allspice and ginger braised honey gochujang glaze and fried garlic short ribs. I specifically asked our server about the portion sizes because I thought I might order 2 appetizers and then one of the sides. And he said, oh, it's not very big. You just get 2 little pieces. Then they brought it out and it was so much bigger than I thought. It was probably 3 times the size of what I thought I was going to get. And they were absolutely delicious. I would order those again in a heartbeat. I'm kind of mad I didn't order just 2 portions because that would have been the perfect amount of food. Kyle and I each ordered the smoked Mary's chicken, which is pan-seared with petite potatoes and then Texas mole. The problem with the chicken, and I'm like, it's $50 for what you see on the plate. And it wasn't hot. It was warm when we got it served. It wasn't hot and it was just okay. But I just had some grilled chicken on a princess cruise we went on 2 weeks ago, and it was better than this. I'm not saying this was bad. I'm saying for $50, not even remotely worth it. Not even close. Kyle did get mac and cheese with the matchstick potatoes on the top. He said that was really good. I ended up getting the Japanese style sweet potato, and that was delicious. Candied ginger, creme fraiche, pickled chilies, spiced cashews, and sesame seeds. It was perfectly cooked. Absolutely just so tender. and I could have eaten it with a spoon. Amazing, delicious. So I liked my appetizer. I liked my side. My main dish was a waste of money. That being said, we had some people at the table order the ribeye and we had someone order filet mignon. Everyone who ordered steaks said that they were amazing. They were perfectly cooked. We had medium rare, medium, perfectly cooked. Everyone was so happy with their steaks, but I wanted to try a couple different dishes. And I do feel like if you're at the top of the world restaurant, anything you order should be good. I felt like the chicken should have been hot. I felt like they kind of missed the mark on that one. So our total bill for 4 of us to eat, and we did get 20% off, was just shy of 300, which our credits covered. So we ended up only paying the tip for the meal. I can't complain about that. It was a great time. It was interesting to go up there, have that experience. Would I do it again? Nah, I don't think so. I think we've done it. I did it back in 2006. I think I'm good on that. But the only caveat is maybe for the fireworks in New Year's Eve. That could be really cool. I could see that being a great place to see all the fireworks on the strip. So maybe in another 20 or 30 years, we'll go do that. It's time. We're going to see Rouge tonight at the Strat. I will let you know my thoughts after the show. It is supposedly the sexiest show in Vegas. I'll let you know what I think. For Rouge, this has been on our list to see for quite a while. We asked Kyle's parents, hey, do you guys want to go? But it was pretty late and we had already been out all day. They went to go see Wizard of Oz. So they said, no, we're just going to go to bed. And then we go see Rouge. And then after we're like, maybe it's a good thing that they didn't go because it might have been slightly awkward because it is like topless, which not even 2 seconds of research after the fact would tell you that, but we don't do research. We say that all the time. We do research about like getting discounts, but not about exactly what the show is because I like to be surprised. And then that way I can give a reaction to things that is not already pre-recorded, pre-rehearsed in my head because I saw what somebody else saw. That being said, I got an email that said, hey, you can get 50% off tickets at the box office. Just go pick them up. So we went. We got seats in one of the booths that is like in the middle section. It would have been $94 per seat. We paid $109 for 2 of us, which I thought was a great deal. And that would be like 50% off the ticket price. And then you add the fees and the whatever else with it. So when you walk in, they tell you no video, no pictures during the show, no nothing. And then at the end, they will tell you when you can take your camera out, obviously because people are topless. So you don't want to be the creep that's recording and then they have to stop you and they said, we will take your phone and we will make you delete stuff. And I totally understand that after seeing the show because that's a creepo thing to do. And I love recording shows, obviously. And I hate when they tell me not to do it. And I'm still kind of wanting to sneak a quick video. I was not tempted here because I wanted to just enjoy the show so that I could relay what I thought of it. So our seats ended up being $54 per person, $55 per person. Great deal, great seats. You're really not going to have a bad view anywhere. They have some stages that are closer to some of the seats in the middle of the theater. They have 2 smaller stages where people dance, and then they have the larger stage. We loved the show. The hosts of the show were Dr. Libido and Nurse Naughty. They were funny, they were entertaining, they were interactive. They talked to some of the people in the crowd. They asked people to shout things out. They don't bring anyone on stage or anything, but they do make it really enjoyable. It was funny, it was entertaining. The aerial acrobatic people are so talented. Everyone is very athletic. And they all had kind of different skits that they did. There was aerial hoop, there was some pole, there was a bathtub one. There were these 3 guys that were kind of picking each other up and balancing on each other. That was incredible. We had a cheerleading thing. We had a Victorian era one where the costumes were just hilarious and beautiful at the same time. The only caveat I will say is If you want to go to this and maybe you have a significant other or a group of people, give them a heads up that it is fully topless. No pasties, no nothing, fully topless. It is not like vulgar or anything like that. It is just, it's a lot of fun. It's very adult. So keep that in mind. And I only say warn people because the group behind us, one of the ladies in the group, there was two guys and two ladies. She was definitely caught off guard and not in a good way. And normally, like if people are a little bit chatty, I'm like, okay, but she was not having a good time for a while. I think she loosened up a little bit and was clapping and cheering for people by the end. And she said at one point that she was happy that there were guys in the show too and not just girls. So it is really interactive, really fun. Totally worth it if you're staying at the Strat and you want to see something that is a little bit more, a little bit more revealing than you get at a lot of the other shows. Check out Rouge. I would recommend it, but like I said, do your research and see if you're comfortable with it, because if you're not or your significant other isn't, don't make them go. It's not worth it because you're not going to have a good time. While you're at the Strat, if you're hungry at almost any time of the day, the Strat Cafe is fantastic. We've eaten at this cafe, I think, every time we've stayed at the Strat because the food is so good. We both already know what meal we want and we love it there. When we were there, they did have a new express buffet that they didn't have before. So it must have come out in the past 10 months or so. We were there last April, did not see it. So from April till now, they added an express buffet. So it's $26.99 and it is taxes and gratuity included. Everything is included. We had one person in our group get it and she said everything was delicious. So that is new. I love that they're doing that. So I had the vegan parfait. I get that every single time. It's tropical. It's fresh fruit. It is delicious. The granola is awesome. Kyle had the breakfast burrito. It's the New Mexico burrito. It has bacon, potatoes, eggs, cheddar cheese, New Mexico green chili sauce. He loved it. But like I said, look at this portion. And this was $19. So if you're looking to get some food and then save some for later, the portion sizes are gigantic. Now, we went here because they did give us each $15 food credit that we could use, and we got that through just the True Rewards. And you get it, I think, every 6 months. They update it. So we had the True Rewards, then we used our credits. So we ended up paying nothing for our meal. So not only did we get our stay comped, we got this food comped, we got some free play, we got discounts on the tickets. Final thoughts on the Strat? It was a great time. We spent a lot of time just hanging out, playing video poker at the sports book, watching the game. At one point, one of the teams did a thing and the whole place erupted. We were watching one of the playoff games. People were just having a great time. There's so much camaraderie, so much interaction. Let me know what you think about the Strat. This video is 99% Strat, 1% CRONUT. This month, it is calamansi curd and vanilla ganache. It was amazing. Calamansi is going to be a Southeast Asian fruit, kind of Mandarin kumquat hybrid out of the Philippines, Malaysia, that area of the world. It is citrusy, but you can't quite place it. My God, it was refreshing. It was delicious. Oh my God. Have you ever seen something so perfect? Everybody has their thing. It's just beautiful. How is it?
So good.
So, And I think CRONUT, for me, it might be the perfect pastry. I can't get enough of them. Last video, we cheated on Dominique Ansel and the CRONUT. We went to Donatique. We tried theirs. Nah, not gonna happen again. I couldn't even put it in the same playing field as the CRONUT. That's how good it is to me. Have you had one? Are you eating them now because I keep telling you to? Let me know what you think of the CRONUT. But make it good. Like, don't hurt my feelings because that's how much I love them. It's finally time to see how much we spent in 48 hours in Vegas. And we did a fantastic job. Travel logistics. We got our room comped at the Strat. That would have been $281.52. For Frontier, 2 flights. We had there and back. We have the companion pass. It was $100 round trip. So about $25 per person each flight. Ubers, $75. Total $180.28 would have been $567.08. Food. And this is where we did an amazing job. I am so impressed with us. We ate at the top of the world with our Chase credits. It would have been $355.64. We paid $55.64. We ate at Guy's Flavor Town at the Link with our Caesar's Diamond credit. So we paid $25 and it would have been $152.92. We did split the tip, so that it would have been maybe another $20 or so for the other half of our party. CRONUT, we used points. 4 Queens at Magnolias, we had a buy one get one birthday perk, so we ate there on Fremont Street. We paid $35, would have been $60. At the Strat Cafe, we had some food comps, we had some dining credits. We paid $0, would have been $51. Total $115.64. And all we did was eat. Eat. It was so much food, and it would have been $631.56. That is insane. That is in 48 hours, and we did the best job. For entertainment, the only thing we did was go to Rouge. We paid $109, would have been about $200 or so had we paid out of pocket in full. So our total for the entire trip, $404.92. It would have been $1416.64. So $404 for 2 people to go to Vegas for 48 hours, go to a show, eat amazing food. That is insane. We did the best job this time, and I hope we can keep the cost down. Oh, I mean, with my Royal that I hit, like that already pays for another couple trips. So we're ready to go in T-minus 2 weeks for our next trip. We're going to be staying for the next couple months. We already have February, March, April, and May booked for Vegas. So it's going to be a busy year already. We're going to be at Park MGM, MGM Grand, all over the place. I'll keep showing you everything we do and everything we spend. If you subscribe, like the videos, let me know that you like what I'm doing, and I'll keep bringing you all of our cheap travels. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next trip.
I'm going out back to home. Goodbye, 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 everybody, goodbye.